This is Big Rob and I'm back again. And today's lesson is about the different connectors that we use. A lot of time in the field, when I get a young electrical apprentice, he doesn't know terminology. And he doesn't sometimes know like the small things. So one of the things I'm gonna talk about is I collected some connectors and a coupling, and one of the things I've noticed that every wire either is ran through conduit, if it's Romex, if it's MC, it needs a connector. And even if you run a stranded wire, like THHN wire, through a conduit, on the conduit you need a connector that either connects into the panel or connects into a junction box, or if you're running PVC, connected into a angle box or a straight box. So the thing today I want to talk about is the different connectors. So the connector that I'm going to show you today is, I'm going to show you, this is the MC connector. MC connectors are usually used on MC. And so I'm just going to talk about the connector today. But in my next session, I'm going to talk about how you use the MC connector and how you connect it to the MC one. The other connectors that I have is, I also have called a conduit connector. If you looked at, this would be like a 1/2-inch conduit. It would slide in. You would take the lug nut off, and you could slide it right into the to the box, and then you tighten it up into the panel or whatever junction box you're using. Another connector is the Romex connector. The Romex connector is for use for Romex, and if you ever look on it, let me slide up a little bit. I'm gonna get closer to the camera. If you ever slide up, you'll see the flat piece with the 2 screws. This right here will go into the Romex will slide in, the flat part of the Romex, and then get tightened down, and then you see each one of them have a lug nut on it. So we went over the conduit connector. This is a dual connector for MC. This connector allows 2 wires to come in. We usually use this connector when we're wiring up lights, especially especially those 2x4 lights, when you jump in them. So you'll have one MC wire come in and one MC wire go out, but they connected together, and you bond the neutral and the black wires and the ground wire, and then you run it to the system. So what it does, it allows you to constantly jump as many lights as you need. The other connector is a airtight connector. This connector is usually used is always used in conduit, where and you use these outside. This is for like if you don't want water or any air to get, and over time, what it does, it makes the wire brittle. So when you put conduit in this here, and then you lead out with the other side of the conduit, you use your channel locks and you tighten it up. And as I'm tightening it, it locks in the inside. And you'll see the inside, you'll see these brackets that locks onto the conduit, which allow no water, no air, no nothing. And it keeps the wires safe. This right here is a coupling. Coupling is a connector because you have 2 pipes. You use this on the inside when you're using conduit. And you see the 2 screws. So when you put one conduit here, you tighten it up. So these are all the connectors. And there's some other ones, but these are the ones you mostly see in the field. And if you're a young electrician, you should know these things, because when your master electrician or your journeyman says to me, give me a 1/2-inch airtight connector, you know what they are. Or he said, give me some Romex connectors, give me 6 of them, give me 7 of them. You know how to go retrieve it and bring it back. And because I'm gonna tell you, if you're in the field and if you don't know the different terminologies, you know the different equipment that you need to to use. The journeyman and the master electrician are gonna get tired of you. And usually that comes up with getting fired. And if you want to work and you want to continue to work, you have to learn your skills. You have to learn various different terminologies. And when you learn these terminology, it keeps you employed. And that's one of the things that we hopefully be able to do on our YouTube channel, Electromastery, is to educate the new electrician on different terminology. So when you get out in the field, you stay employed, you're a good help, and you're knowledgeable. Because sometimes you may get in the field and you may not get a lead electrician like myself to allow you to learn as we go. You may get one guys, and I've seen it all the time, and I talk about it all the time, who just don't want to share the information, who just feel like he don't got the time or he don't got the energy, and he doesn't have that teaching spirit in him. So again, this is Big Rob. The more you know, the more you grow.